Hey y'all, welcome back to the Fire and Water Cooking Channel. I'm Darren, of course, and today we're gonna do something, I don't know if you've been following me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll see I got this delivery here the other day. And what this is a Kamado Joe Classic 3. So yep, I'm getting rid of my Classic 2 that I've had for a long time. And we're stepping up to the Kamado Joe Classic 3. We're gonna unbox this thing and take a look and see just how this thing comes. I'll be right back.
Smoking, grilling, getting hot and hotter, sous vide and chilling from fire and water.
All right, guys, so first things I want to show you here is just how well it's packed. Now, see over there my Classic 2, and we're going to do a comparison video on these two later on. But first, I just want to show you just how well it came off the truck. So as you can see, it's pretty stable there. It's strapped down. It's actually got a pallet underneath the palletized box. It's got wood on the top. It's shrink wrapped. Really, you can tell there's absolutely no damage to this whatsoever. So I'm going to show you when we get into the box just exactly what that means. I took the shrink wrap off, and now you can see the box and just how well it's strapped down. Like I said, it's sitting on top of a pallet, but the box itself is palletized with wood on the bottom and wood on the top, and then the very thick corrugated cardboard all around. So I'm going to get these straps off, and then we're going to start digging out the pieces and kind of show you. All right, guys, so now that the straps are cut, everything else is pretty easy. These panels lift right off. Like I said, it's solid wood. And then you start taking other boxes out. So this is your upper and lower disc kit, that's what it says. Start taking these boxes out and laying them by the side so that we can start putting this thing together. All right, I'm going to slowly take these things apart, start putting it together, but I really just wanted to show you guys just how well packed and put together and how this thing ships, just so you can feel confident when you order it, just how well it ships and is packed, because these are ceramic, so you can get kind of scared that something could happen to these if they get dropped. But like I said, this is perfect. Look how clean that is. All right, I'm gonna start taking this apart, and I'll see you again when I get it all unboxed and start to put it together. All right, guys, so pretty much everything is kind of just stacked right around your main pit here in boxes, and they're well labeled. Everything has its name on it, what it is. You got your wheel kit, you got your leg kit, you got another piece of your leg kit over there, you got your aluminum side shelves, you got your ash tool, you got your grill gripper, you got your aluminum top, your vent for your top, lower and upper and lower disc kit. So everything is kind of well labeled, well boxed, separate, pretty much ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and put this thing together. I'm not going to bore you putting this thing together one by one because it would take me forever. But guys, open it up here. Your thermometer is already installed. This big huge piece of styrofoam out of the way. So it comes with the ash basket. Here's your instructions. Everything inside, the grates, the ash basket, the separator, it's all heavy duty stainless steel. So it's really, really high quality, well packed. Everything is just ready to go for you. So I'm gonna go ahead, start getting this set up, and I'll see you guys when I'm done getting it all put together. All right, guys, well, here it is. It's all put together. Literally, it took me about 35 minutes. The most time of doing anything was actually putting the base together. So you put the small part on that your Kamado Joe is sitting on there, where it says Kamado Joe right underneath the bottom vent. And then you put your bottom part on, which are your bottom shelf. It's got the little holes in it there. And then you attach your wheels. And then pretty much that's it. I mean, that's the only thing you need tools for that takes screws or anything. Literally, I think that took 15 minutes. Then you need somebody to help you put your Joe on the cart. I mean, make sure you remove everything out of there before you try to move it. So everything that's in the Kamado Joe needs to come out before you try to move it onto the cart. Makes it a lot easier. You need two people to do that, but literally I had my 15-year-old daughter help me do it. It wasn't that bad. Once you get it on the cart, it's pretty much putting everything together, taking stuff out of boxes and sliding it in. The shelves slide right on. Your ashtray and the pedestal that the pedals go on for your heat sink down on the bottom just slide right in. Your ring that holds those in place slides right on top. Everything just kind of slides right in. Everything else is pretty much assembled. You know, you put your vent top on, just slides right on top. And that's it, guys. I mean, it's really simple. Once you get that base built and you get the Kamado Joe moved over to the base, you're done. I mean, you just need to put everything out of the box and throw it in the Kamado Joe. So I'm going to go over it with you just a minute here. Now, I am going to do a separate video showing you the differences between the Kamado Joe 2, Classic 2, and the Kamado Joe Classic 3, because there are a lot of differences to it. The cart being one of the major ones, and the size. This is a little bit taller and all that, but I'll go into that on a separate video where I go over both of them. So that you can tell the side shelves here, and they fold down just like the regular one, but these are actually made out of aluminum now. So these aren't plastic anymore. The old ones were made out of hard plastic. So those are aluminum. Still comes with your ash tool, comes with your grate tool, comes with your X rack, which is for putting pans and all that kind of stuff on the grill. I'm gonna pop it open. Of course, it's got your lid lock, hydraulic hinge there, so anybody can lift this lid up. Anybody can lift this up with that hydraulic hinge in the back, unlike a Big Green Egg where it's just a big spring. It's got all your tools in here, all your different parts, your divide and conquer rack system, your charcoal separator, so you can put this in the bottom and have just charcoal on just one side, keep the other side charcoal free, so you can have a 2-zone cooking. One of the things that used to get asked the most when the Classic 2 first came out is, what is this for? And it comes with the Classic 3 as well. I'll let you know that this is for when you need to move this anyway. It will actually, you can lock down the hydraulic hinge with this tool. This tool goes to that bolt that goes into your hydraulic hinge in the back here, and this is what that's for. It's to lock it down so it doesn't bounce around and move when you're moving it. So you really just want to hold on to this. You don't really need to do anything with it at all unless you're wanting to lock down your lids when you're moving it. So that question gets asked all the time. So that's it, guys. I mean, everything's in here. I'm gonna bring you a little closer so you can see inside. So these are your heat shields for your divide and conquer system. These are your grill grates, stainless steel, heavy duty. This is your slow roller. Now, usually you only want to have this in when you're smoking. You don't want to have it in there for direct heat. And it tells you on here what the maximum heat is on here. So 500 degrees Fahrenheit, 260 Celsius. So this is strictly going to be in there for smoking. And what this does is it actually concentrates the smoke and it rolls back over on top of the food that you have up here. So it'll actually concentrate the smoke, roll it back over, so it's all not just rushing out the top vent. So this is very, very innovative. It was designed by a Harvard design team, and they actually sold this to Kamado Joe. Kamado Joe actually bought the company and had them design this, and they also put one, they designed one for the other Kamado Joes as well. But it was designed strictly for this grill, and it really works really well, guys. It's like I said, it concentrates the smoke a lot more, and they did a lot of science went into it. So, but this comes right apart, comes right off, so you can store it when you want to do your direct grilling and not smoking. And that's pretty much what the rest of the inside looks like. So this is your divide and conquer rack, so you can actually put your grates in here, 3 different levels, starting right over the charcoal basket, and then you got 2 other levels you can go up with, and you can have a multiple. You can have one on closer up, one farther away, just so you can have different cooking zones. So one of the things I love about this grill, it's so versatile. You can smoke, you can grill, you can have multiple different cooking zones and temperatures. It's got the stainless steel ash basket in here, and one of the things that I love about this ash basket, unlike the old version that had the cast iron grate in the bottom, this has a lot more airflow because that cast iron grate just had like a bunch of holes in it. And eventually that would crack, it would get old, it would start to rust, and those holes really would get clogged up with ash, so you had a problem with airflow. Well, with these big thick steel, stainless steel bars, you're gonna have plenty of airflow in there, and what happens is you can just pull this whole rack out, and if you see the basket comes right out with it, so you can just shake it off, clean the ash out, put it back in, and it slides right back into place. And if you wanted to just take the rack off, you can just turn the rack and remove it, and the ash basket stays in there. Get it back in there just right. Still new, still squeaky. And that's it. I mean, pretty much, guys, this is one of the most versatile grills out there. The firebox in these is actually a 5-piece pedal system, and the reason why that is in these, if you've ever had any other type of Kamado or even the original Kamado Joe, when it was just a single piece, those would crack all the time. People crack them on their Big Green Eggs all the time, and they do have a lifetime warranty, so Big Green Egg does replace them, but they're a pain. I had the original Big Joe, and mine cracked after about a year and a half, 2 years. They replaced it, but I had this big, cracked, broken firebox I didn't know what to do with. So, you know, Kamado Joe went back to the drawing board and said, how can we design the firebox so that it doesn't crack? And they came out with these pedals, and what they are, they interlock with each other, so they don't, what happens when it gets really, really hot in the firebox, the ceramic would expand and contract, and that would make it crack. So they made these into multiple pieces, and they've got holes in here for more airflow, but it makes it so you don't have to worry about these cracking, guys. So they come pre-cracked because they're separate pieces, but you don't have to worry about it breaking. It works really, really well, and that's one of the things I love about Kamado Joe, is all the innovation that they put into these grills. So, like I said, if you want to separate your charcoal, you just put it right here in the middle, and it sits right in here. So you can have one side with the hot charcoal and one side without. So then you can just take this out whenever you want. And that's it, guys. Everything is it comes with it. Another thing I liked about Kamado Joe when I first started buying them, they weren't like Big Green Egg where you just got a base unit and you had to upgrade everything. Where you had to buy, you know, your separate cart, you had to buy separate this, separate that. Everything comes in one complete package in this, and I really like it. All right, guys, so the next video, I will go over the differences between the Classic 3 and the Classic 2, just so you can take a look and see, if you're looking at buying one, what the differences are. But as you can tell, like I said, this is a lot deeper than the Classic 2. So you got 3 levels that you can do instead of just 2. But there's some more things as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. I will be back in a couple weeks here with another video comparing the two. But check out the Kamado Joe Classic 3. I think you'll like it. If you're looking for a grill that can do everything and anything, you'll like the Kamado Joe Classic 3. Thanks, guys.